We're starting this one a little bit early because we don't want to miss the beginning of the race. Ahoy mateys, what's up everybody tonight? Welcome to another evening of eSailing's Nations League. And we are going to be off in this first race. It's the NACRA 6v6 in Barbados. And Arthur's joining me tonight. How you doing, Arthur?
Hey bro, doing great. Sunny day in San Francisco and a sunny day on the water as well. Hope everybody's gonna have a good time, whether it's the evening or the morning on your side. We are watching tonight Portugal versus Ukraine, two great teams in this gold knockout phase of the eSailing Nations League.
Definitely, I was gonna say Martin's team, but Team Portugal, headed by Captain Martin Fernandes from Unicorns of Love, came out first of their group in Group A. Almost unbeaten had it not been for France.
Killer results.
A draw.
Killer results.
Yeah, exactly. And Ukraine coming out and scoring third in Group B and managing to get into this gold knockout phase, but some strong talents over there. Really good teamwork so far. And just waiting. We thought we had the 12 boats in the lobby, and probably not yet. But should be coming in a second or two and getting the start soon. As we check out the Portuguese in the red and black sails, and obviously it will be in the gray sails, Ukraine.
We probably know a little less of Team Ukraine than we do about this Portuguese team. We know the TP team, TP Alfonso, and what else? We know Chico Pimelo and Martin Fernandes from Unicorns of Love, so some pretty strong names on the paper. Is there anybody from
Alfonso,
Team Ukraine that you recognize?
I wanted to give a shout out to TP Alfonso for being one of also the organizers of this event. So on the Portuguese team, let's not forget to mention anybody. And
they put a lot of work into this. Yeah, I'll give a little round of applause for the race officers and for Alfonso there.
It looks like we're waiting on a Ukrainian boat right now.
Yes,
Hope there won't be any connection problems tonight. It's the game seems to be running pretty smoothly recently. Haven't had too many problems since the last update. And I hope everyone else is doing well at home or wherever you're watching this. Say hi in the chat. And yeah, it's Saturday night or Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world. And good to see you with us. Thanks for joining us for this evening. And thanks to all the sailors who are going to put on a show. Let's put some music on as we wait for the races to start.
I was trying to recognize a few names from the Ukraine team, but I do now. We have already streamed a few races with Medvedik and Artem, who is their 8th member, Artem Hudmya. Sorry for my pronunciation. I'm very bad at pronouncing this.
We're going to be true to the tradition of all eSailing broadcasters, and we're going to torture everybody's name on this stream.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to get anything right. Saying hi to everybody here, and hi Tom for joining us. Good to see you, and let us know who you're rooting for, Portugal or Ukraine. Who do you think's going to come out on top? Still waiting on the Ukrainian boat. I don't want to miss the beginning of the start, but let's go take a real quick look at the gold knockout stage. Now, we're going to try something new tonight. We're just going to have fun for a second because I wanted to show you guys something. I got this recently. I received it from my brother and co-host of the stream, Arcturos, who sent me this over from the US, sent it overseas, and I was really happy. I was really proud to show it off tonight. It's my captain's hat. I'll be your captain tonight on this stream, and here you have the current results in the gold knockout stage. So as you can see, Brazil has managed to come out and defeat USA 1. That was quite a surprise. Good for them. 4-3, and they will face off against Spain 2. Next week. Italy 1 also managed to, on a very close win, we saw that this week, beat Turkey 4-3. And the Netherlands also, if you caught that stream a little bit earlier with us the other day, that was 6-1. Congratulations to the Netherlands team, who are, you know, very loyal watchers of the channel, very loyal audience members. And they are going ahead. We don't know yet who they're going to face off. There's a current petition going on towards the race committee at the end of USA 2, Spain 3. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. And tomorrow night, obviously, there will be Argentina versus Great Britain. That will be the race determining who will face off against France 1 in the quarterfinals. This gold knockout stage going along very smoothly. That's all to the race committee's credit.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. Yeah. Looking forward to see France play, because we haven't seen them in this phase, and we know they are a very solid team. So I can't wait to see that match in particular.
Definitely, Tom telling us in the chat that Portugal is strong, and yeah, we'll try to bring you the results of their Group A up on the screen in a second, so you can see that. Yeah, they were very strong. They managed to breeze through their entire group. Let's see if we have that for you right now. And we're still not started over on the race, so don't worry, you guys aren't missing anything so far. Here we go. Portugal scoring almost a perfect first round, only having a draw against France 1. No, that was France 2 actually, managing to pull a draw against Portugal. I'm gonna go check over on the official Discord channel of tonight's event, see if there's some news about what's going on. Doesn't seem to be any update from the race committee. I can imagine it's super frustrating for all the other sailors. They're out on the water, they're ready to go, and
you just want to go.
Already 7 minutes, I think, almost. They've been waiting to go.
It's cool that that leaves enough time for people to join us on the stream. Say hi, let us know who you are rooting for. Don't have the voting system in place, but I am keeping track of your results. If you predict the results, that goes in my little book. For later, you'll get some points to redeem on the channel to unlock emotes or stuff like that.
Oh man, on season 2 we'll do a pool. All right, race procedure has started. We haven't glitched into the game. Thank you for bearing with us, and congratulations to the race committee for working that out. We have 13 boats on the water, so that's more than we need.
Portuguese players watching his team directly. Maybe their coach?
Probably a coaching boat that's going to be not counted in the results.
No, Coach is Martin. Makes sense.
Oh, you can have a captain and a coach. It's a little bit different now. 30 seconds to the start. Interesting.
Square, very flat, and there's that wind pressure on the left-hand side that the players in Nacro will not be looking for. Probably going to go for the lighter air.
Why is that?
Because the Nacro slows down above 20 knots of wind, so it's actually good in Nacro to be just slightly under than to be in strong wind, where you're going to go slow down to 9 knots, 10 knots, instead of 14.
Really good stuff to know, because currently there is a Nacro event going on in the eSailing World Championship. Watch the start. Oh, seems to be a false start for one Ukrainian boat. Masley currently in the lead. And pretty even start for both teams.
Medvedev penalty on Martin Fernandez and tags to cover him. All the boats going to the right-hand side, they must...
Yeah, looking for that slightly lighter air. Didn't have a time to check the weather forecast before this race. We'll try to keep an eye out for that.
Didn't have Wind Guru out. Penalty from Ukrainian Jones against... Was that Chico? Yeah, Chico.
It's Chico picking up a penalty. Classic. Yeah. Zukov here. Over on the left side. It's not very not much ahead, and we just see Santa Clara picking up a penalty here. That was a weird maneuver. I guess he tacked right when Dimster decided to tack on him. I don't know if he saw that coming.
To react indeed. Alright, getting closer to the mark now. Fleet is going to compress. And Ukraine is in a good situation. They have 1, 2, 3. Maybe Schnell is still ahead. No, Schnell's going to be cut out right there. You see that little Portuguese boat covering him at the mark. Both teams picking up a penalty at that mark. And Jones, Ukraine, Portugal, being ahead there. Very controlling situation, inflicting a second penalty to that Ukraine boat, Meslik. Ukraine has definitely lost their advantage there. Good moves from Team Portugal.
Yeah, they're still holding 1 and 2, but Martim and Jones definitely running away here, extending into the downwind mark. Let's see how they round that.
Medvedik picking up another penalty there, unfortunately.
Yeah, still.
Oh no, inflicting a penalty to Zemendis. I stand corrected.
Still a lot of people rounding those marks all at the same time, even on the downwind part, so definitely picking up penalties as it goes along.
Ukraine still have something on Team Portugal on this first 6v6 race.
Yeah. 7-6-7 managing to inflict a penalty on Santa Clara here. That was smart. And now, there's Chico tacking on his nose. It's not over yet for Ukraine. They've have to manage to put Santa Clara back into 12th position and maybe try to catch up on Chico and Zimenez. If they were I think 10, 11, 12 is a losing combo if you have 1 and 2, even if you have 1 and 2.
Yes, that will cost them
Dearly.
very much. That's hard to come back from because we are looking at 39 points, I believe, for the tiebreaker on this 6v6.
All right, that was really cool. Schmel is covering here on starboard, and Medvedik manages to squeeze ahead of 2 Portuguese boats over ley line on the left side. So there might have to be a little bit of teamwork here going. But they still need to manage to put Mendez and Santa Clara in 11 and 12. That's going to be the key to winning this one if Ukraine wants to take a point in this first race of the evening.
Yeah, if they have, like, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, Ukraine has that. They can probably take a win out of here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, even anything else.
Right now,
so it's going to be a close call.
Right now, it's not so close. Oh, friendly fire over here set between 767 and I'm sorry, 2 other Portuguese boats on the backside. I think we can say well done to Jones and Martim here. And pull out your calculators. We're going to start calculating this score. Try to bring you the results as fast as we can.
Betting is done. We no longer take any more bets. And that is a win for Portugal as Ukraine has 45 points. First race goes to Portugal in this first race.
Let me just do something about that real quick. All right.
Pew.
Yeah, the pew pew Space Invader sounds. We're going to confirm 1 point for Portugal. 7 races tonight. This is one more race format. There's this one more race than in the first phase of the event because we don't want to have ties in the knockout phase. One team must definitely lose each time. And strong second upwind by Portugal. You can definitely see there they Martin managed to climb back up into second position.
Solid. Yeah,
And
the
then
fact that they got ahead there at that first upwind, passing
Santa
those
Clara
marks,
also managing.
and kept that position very strong.
Chico still came in 10. But yeah, Zukov and Dinster Pro, unfortunately, also taking 11 and 12. Now I'm going to go quickly into the match race. We've learned out of habit that this race usually starts very quickly. We don't have time to bring you the results. But we'll try to go look at the leaderboard a little bit later and bring you some the exact
Will Portugal be putting out their best player? Will Martim be the one? Will Chico be playing this match race?
We'll find out about it in just a second, I hope. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to be starting race number 2 in just a second. Don't want to miss the match race star format, star class.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty intense games in this match race. It's always a very interesting format to observe, as that you can see just the fine maneuvers and the split-second decisions that these players come down to. I remember Afonso versus Chico Pimelo, who literally changed the course of events in the last 100 meters.
Well, we've seen the boat. We've seen. There we go. We have the race starting up. We've seen match races be won at the start, and we've seen match races come down, and we have glitched in. Hello, everybody. 7 boats in a match race. That's not normal.
Yeah.
No, we're going to go back in as soon as the match race has officially. There we go. Countdown has started. Hopefully not.
And already Miracle just put a little penalty on Martin. We have 50 seconds to go.
Barbados 22 knots, consistent.
Line is definitely tilted with a slight pin favor here.
Yeah, we're going probably pin side, but can they manage to can one boat take the advantage right before the start? That's what we're watching for. So we're watching from Miracle, the Ukrainian boat, with the pink sails perspective here. So when Miracle has a red circle around Martim, that is that he cannot foul the boat, otherwise he'll pick up a pen. When he has a green circle around Martim, he can put a pen on Martim and slow down the boat. So if you're watching this from the boat's perspective, just keep an eye out for that circle. And it seems like, ooh, false start for Miracle there. He had to go back, dipped back under the line, let Martin take a 12-meter lead, and now will Martin manage to stay close enough to cover?
That's rough. It's a rough start there.
They're in the left side. The shift right now is favorable to both boats as long as they stay in phase. It's really not over for Ukraine yet. We've only got 10 meters, and we know in the match race it all comes down to the downwind leg.
That huge 50-meter wind shadow is just very useful to play in a match race.
Will there be a shift here helping one of the two boats? Not unless
slightly. They're gonna be hitting a righty at the end of this black wind patch right now, which means they'll tack to starboard tack. Sorry. And Miracle might have a little bite onto Martin, but Martin goes for the cover there.
Oh, he could have almost kept it up. I don't know why he probably knew that Martin was going to try to go under his wind and go for the pen. He's going to try again. Doesn't manage to get the cross.
These boats are weaving tacks, not letting the other one have an advantage. Will Martin be able to squeeze in before the mark here? I think we're on for it, and he crosses. And he crosses. And now Miracle has to do 2 tacks to be able to pass that mark. So Martin is slightly ahead.
I think Brad was telling us last week when we were watching that you really had to be careful if he was able to cross before the other boat was in the zone, and that's exactly what Martin was able to do. As you can see, he was already past the mark before Miracle was even in the zone, around the second dogleg mark. But now Miracle managing to catch up very well behind Martin here. We're going to keep watching from his perspective. Keep an eye out for that red circle going green, and right when it was green, Miracle managed to put a penalty on Martin. Very well played. That was, clip it, it was the game, might have been the game-changing maneuver right there. And hopefully for the Ukrainian team, he'll be able to keep this slight lead on Portugal and score a point for his team. Keep an eye out. Oh, there we go. Managing a cross in front of the Portuguese boat.
Miracle still in a very controlling situation.
There, he's got it right now. He can just keep on pushing Martin as far as he likes. Oh, Martin deciding not to let him do it too much.
Little fake tag there.
Bring back sound effects. There we go.
Yeah, they gotta play safe now. Miracle is gonna try to just race as fast as he can and try to stretch that gap so Martin cannot catch up with him.
I'm sorry, I'm 13 years old.
Extend.
Or at least I have the sense of humor of a 13-year-old. Extend it. Extend all the way. Can he keep it up? Now, it's not, it's less than 30 meters between the two boats.
Yeah, Martin is going to catch up here. Let's see how the Portuguese shark is.
Portuguese unicorn. If anything.
Portuguese unicorn, yeah.
Off of the Unicorn of Love team, the esports team made up of pretty much some of the best roster so far, I could say. Roxy Joni, Lucas Moore, Asere, Juan Cardona, of course Martin. I think I may be forgetting one person right now on the roster, but anyways, they are starting to stream, and you should go subscribe to their channels. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. We're trying to get a good angle here to show you the maneuvers going on between Martin and Miracle on the downwind, and Martin manages to pull off
the same penalty that Miracle inflicted him earlier.
Just getting under his wind on that starboard jibe and managing to slow down his opponent for 10 seconds. Now we're going to see if there's enough racetrack left for Miracle to pull off pretty much the same move. Right now, Martin going a little bit over ley line here. Ooh, this is dangerous. Will Miracle manage to get ahead, or will Martin manage to pull off a hook?
Martin is now starboard and can push off.
Martin, oh, there we go. Martin controlling, but now picking it up right when he was. Oh, what an incredible finish! Right as Martin was trying to straighten out his boat to go into. I'm sorry again for that sound effect. Come on, Virtual, we gotta do something for us streamers, and especially for the audience. Don't make us listen to this every time we're trying to watch a race. Yeah. Martin tried to straighten out to get to the finish line, and the game counted that as a jibe. So as soon as Miracle came back in and he timed that perfectly, he was able to inflict a penalty on Martin, just squeeze ahead, and 1 point. GG Ukraine. We knew it was going to be a very eventful evening tonight. We knew there was going to be a lot of action, and I'm happy to say these first two races have not disappointed. Very good moves. Very good moves on behalf of both of them. It was a great match race to watch. If you wanna know what high-level match racing on Virtual Regatta is like, just rewatch this one race, and you'll see it. We saw it all. How to come back from a bad start, how to take a very, very aggressive start, and then how to maneuver downwind. That was incredible. GG to Ukraine for scoring a point. Now we're going to go over to the scoreboard real quick, and you have it. There you go. 1 point for each team. Great finish on the match race. That was impressive.
I think we would be joined by a guest, a special guest.
Do we have a guest in the chat? Who do we have? Let me guess. Special guest. Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite class boat?
Far East. Nobody raced on it.
You can, special guest. You can has exited the chat.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Bradley. Welcome. How's it going?
That sounded very American. How is it going? Bradley Adams joining us in the chat right before race number 3. It's the 2v2 offshore racing event, and we're going to be ready to go in just a second.
Yeah, really close race that last one.
Holy yeah. Did you see that finish?
Yeah, it looked like Martin sort of forgot about the finish.
Yeah, he had to pull it in. It was a really quick. They were really going at it until the very end, and we're
well done by Miracle. Impressive win against a really strong match race.
If one wanted to make a bad pun, they could have said it was a miraculous win on the finish line. But that would be a terrible pun.
30 seconds to start.
We're in it. All right, so Bradley, give us your analysis on this start right now. Ukraine in gray sails, Portugal in red sails.
Yeah, so it looks like Martin's being controlled pretty well here.
By Miracle again.
He's able to get down below. Yeah, Martin was able to save it here for a really good start. So he has Miracle pinned out now, so that's going to be a hard position for them. Looks like Portugal is controlling both pairs here.
Yeah, both pairs split up on each side of the course. Which would be the favorite side right now?
It looks like there might be a slight left coming in. I think that they must already be in it if Martin's tacking away like that. So we'll see. I'm sort of surprised that Martin didn't pin out Miracle further there to really get Chico ahead of Miracle, because I think right now Miracle has a pretty solid lead on Chico. But here he is coming back in attack now.
Ooh, yeah. Miracle managing to squeeze just behind Martin there, avoiding a penalty, but still having the cross behind.
Yeah, and I think Miracle and the Ukraine are pretty happy with this right now, because Miracle's still ahead of Chico over there on that right side. So we'll see if Miracle is going to be able to attack here. That's going to be the big question. It looks like Martin's starting to close that gap between the two boats and really pin out Miracle and not let him tack.
Chico trying to pinch up to make that mark without having to tack again.
Yeah, so these boats pinch pretty well, so Chico should be able to make that mark no problem.
That was clutch.
And now Portugal in the
close,
lead.
Though, and we get to the first downwind, there's nothing in it really, so the Ukrainians should be able to bring Chico in as long as they have good communication.
Yeah, they really have to hammer him down and bring him back to that 4th position. As a reminder, for those watching in Team Race 2v2, the losing combination is having the 4th position. When you have 4th, you just lose.
Yes, last place loses.
Are pretty well controlling Chico right now.
Yeah, Zukov needs to get a little bit further onto Chico's bad air. Oh, Miracle might have him here. I think Miracle has the hook. So we'll see if Zukov can avoid a penalty and if Miracle can get him. It's gonna be really close here with Miracle actually. Um, oh, Miracle, why'd you jibe?
And
Oh,
double
that
pen for Chico. Boom,
so
punishing the Ukrainian
yeah.
sandwich.
A little bit of a mistake there from Miracle where he should have tried to give Chico a penalty there and instead jibed a little bit too early on the white line and Chico was able to have marker room on him and give him a penalty at the mark. Ooh, what's this? Martin putting up his spinnaker. I don't know if that was a mistake or not.
we were closing in on Miracle. We didn't get it, but we heard it.
Yeah.
Lucky for Martin, we didn't get it on camera.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple matches back, there was another spinnaker mistake that actually cost a match where Roxy Joni accidentally took down his spinnaker on a downwind.
Yeah.
But
All right.
this one doesn't seem to have cost Martin anything.
You say
I
that,
think he was just ensuring a good position for Chico. Literally.
or showboating.
I'm pretty sure that was a mistake there. But it didn't cost him anything, and it actually allowed him to get a little bit better positioning on the fleet to slow down.
Chico
So
putting
no,
up the
that
mark
was
trap there,
Chico.
loving his sails.
Slight mark. Oh,
He unfortunately
So-
didn't time it
Yeah.
right. And,
yeah. He
Zukov
actually got around the mark before he closed the gap to give the penalty.
getting completely smothered here by the two Ukrainian boats. They're not going to let him go. They're not
Oh,
going to
boy.
let him go. Now that they have him exactly where they want him, they just need to keep him in fourth. And what is Martin going to do? Is Martin going to be able to come back and help his teammate? He's
Yeah.
going upwind with a spinnaker. Hats off. Only Martin can do that.
Yeah, so we see Martin already starting to come back here, trying to position his boat to be able to help out Chico. Yeah, so we'll see Martin come up to leeward here and try and force the pen. Ooh, but his slight mistake here, he might have... Yeah, so Chico's coming back in, letting Martin get over the bow. Jibe in front. Nice.
All right, we're going to watch from Miracle's point of view. That's going to help you on your screen as long as there's a green circle around the two Portuguese boats. Miracle has the right of way. But watch out right now. It is Martin who is pushing him out. Martin does have the right of way on Miracle. Zukov
Yes.
trying to help out his teammate. He's not
Now,
letting
what
him go either.
Zukov can do here. Looks like Zukov may be making a little bit of a mistake here, trying to focus on Chico instead of Martin. But we'll see what pans out here. It's not looking good for these Ukrainians.
Oh, unfortunately, Miracle here picking up a pen. And,
Chico, but
it's
that's
going to be
not
tight.
gonna
This
be
is
fair.
going to be close. It looks like Portugal manages to squeeze in third.
Ukraine getting that fourth position at a split second.
Sorry about that again.
Oh, and Miracle actually missed that finish line, so no, it was not a it was not a split second
Oh yeah,
because of a slight mishap.
13 seconds. All right. But that's not what he intended to do. We saw it. He was on it. It would have been very costly if he had been third and missed the finish line. That is a second point to Portugal.
Indeed.
Indeed.
It's really so far a very close race. I mean, it would be expected from players in the gold knockout phase. These are the best of the best.
Now, who do you think, Brad, is going to be favored in the F50 event? Because that's going to reshuffle the cards for sure. We're going to reshuffle the deck with a completely different type of boat and race format.
In this match,
In this upcoming match right now, race number 4.
you have to put your money on Portugal. And Martin, Chico, Afonso, Jones, Concalo, and the rest are all really amazing e-sailors. So
All right,
it's hard
so
to
now
bet
Portugal.
them, and the Ukrainians are full of surprises. Like Miracle, Zukov, 767, and they can certainly pull off an upset if things go their way.
So slight favorite for Portugal, but so far Ukraine has really proven to be a skilled lineup, so things might happen. But I understand where you stand.
And what would you say about the start in F50? Is it how crucial is it, or is it the first reach? Is it the first reach, or is it the first downwind portion of the race that's going to determine where the teams are going to be gain the biggest advantage?
The first reach mark of if you can sort of run away with a 1-2 at the first reach mark, it becomes pretty hard to catch back up. But if there's just one boat ahead at that first reach mark, the race is still wide open and anything can happen. So we'll see what happens, but should be a good race.
All right, so we just jumped in Barbados again with 12 knots. Not a very, very windy day in the Caribbean, but boats currently lining up at the back of the box, and 17 seconds already.
Only 12 knots? Wasn't there
I saw 12 knots on the screen.
Yeah, wasn't there a rule that they had to have the course with the highest wind?
Barbados should have more than 12.
Might have just been a glitch on our spectator side. We know the game is heavy for glitch. Very, very unfortunate start for Ukraine right there.
Yeah, so they had one boat over, another with penalty. So that's very unfortunate for Ukraine, and I would expect Portugal
to be held to come back from this. Yeah.
At this point, we'll probably see Chico start to try and slow up these other boats at some point here.
Let's see what Zhukov manages to do. It's on him now. It's on his shoulders to try to slow down all three of the Portuguese boats while he manages to avoid the penalty from Chico, but
he avoids the penalty, but still they're in a really rough spot here, and you can see Portugal has set up a pretty good coverage zone where they're really covering all three of the Ukrainian boats and not letting them get to one side of them.
Alfonso currently in the lead, followed by Martim and Chico.
Yeah, and no surprises here. Penalty Ukraine. Expect Chico to attack right on Zhukov here and not let him get anything on him.
That's exactly what he did. And sailing instructions do instruct for 17 knots, but again, I do believe there may be differences
there's certainly more than 17 knots right now, judging by their boat speeds. So
I think there can be glitches between what we see and what someone else sees in the game. I've seen this happen before.
There's a glitch in the game? Oh no! Come on, that couldn't be possible. Not on this game.
Look at these boats. They're going 29, 30 knots upwind. So they're not doing this by 12 knots of wind, no matter how fast the F50 is.
Yeah, so expect a mark trap here probably from Chico. He'll probably slow down. Yeah. So penalty.
Ooh. Oh, but he hits the mark as well. But yeah,
a little bit of a mistake there. He lets one of them run away. But at this point, I mean, there's 500 meters now on between Afonso and Medvedik. So
Medvedik.
I think Afonso is a good enough sailor that he's not giving up a 500-meter lead.
Nope. Yeah, it really had to hit several marks in a row to catch that up.
Yeah.
So that was really decided. That is once more an example of what we see in eSailing, is that having a good clean start is crucial and will cost you the race.
We'll have to go back and see that start again. I think there was one boat over the line, one boat that picked up a pen. That was what cost them so much on this fourth race.
Martin. So yeah, and really strong start, and being over in the F50 with the over early rule it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, it doesn't work exactly like the other boats. Your boat is slowed down until you're the last boat of the fleet. If you're over the line early, you can't go back and recross the line.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yep.
That was changed. I think it was last fall in the game,
Yeah. I think it was last summer.
and the last
At
summer,
some
yeah,
point.
probably something like that during during the SailGP season, the eSailGP season. But hey,
Yeah, that it becomes really hard now in fleet racing, especially in the normal series where sometimes players aren't always the best and you can end up with someone having disconnected and you're just waiting. They're just out by the boundary and you're just waiting for them to get kicked from the game before you're given the green light to accelerate.
now correct me if I'm wrong right here, but no, we've got 12-9 currently for Portugal. There is no tie. There's no way the Ukrainian boats are catching up on Afonso and Martim. GG to Portugal for a third point. And well done by Ukraine. They came back strongly in the race, but it wasn't enough to catch up that initial delay they picked up. That was just unfortunate for them. We'll see how they do with the J70
Oh,
in the 4v4.
both Ukrainian boats hitting that mark at the one hitting the mark and one penalty from Chico. The game isn't over till it's over.
Oh, disconnect. Disconnect. I hope we're not getting.
He had the 6. Oh, he had the 6 anyways.
Yeah, there was a abrupt ending to that race. No problem.
4v4, the classic J70 coming up. This probably puts both teams on an equal foot. It's an easier boat to control. I am expecting much from the Ukrainian team at this race.
Yeah, Ukraine needs to avoid letting Portugal score a fourth point. That's all. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I think as the fleet numbers increase, that Ukraine starts to have a little bit more of an advantage. Portugal is a fairly top-heavy team where they have their top 3 guys or so are very, very good. But
as we've seen
I
tonight,
think Ukraine might be a little bit more balanced, so that'll benefit them as the fleet numbers grow.
yeah. Now, I wasn't expecting to have you on the stream tonight, and we're really happy you're here. But now that you're here, let us know, what are your thoughts about your regatta against Brazil? Sorry to see that Team USA 1 is already knocked out in this second phase of the eSailing Nations League.
Yeah, and that was certainly a disappointment. Brazil sailed incredibly. They sailed very well, and they deserved that win. But it was certainly a little bit disappointing for us, and I think we could have sailed a little bit better. And I personally could have sailed a little bit better. I made a couple bad mistakes, especially during the one-on-one and the 2v2s. But it is what it is, and great racing for Brazil. Wish them the best of luck again in their next match, I think against Spain too.
They are going up against Spain too, and EVT Thomas in the chat, thanks for joining us tonight and reminding us how violent the Spain 2 versus France 2 regatta I believe that was Wednesday? No, that was Thursday. Ton of streams on Thursday. If you were on Twitch, there was Nations Cup galore, and that was great. You could go watch it over on Lucas Moore, on Alberto Carraro's channel, on Yancy TV, Sarah's channel. Everyone was streaming. It was great. But yeah, we saw France 2 come up very short against Spain 2. 7-0. That was a clean sweep. It was the only clean sweep so far in the eSailing Nations League.